Developing story here in the country, and the Employments and Labour Relations Court, like I mentioned, has issued stay orders blocking the government from hiring foreign doctors. Now, well, this is after 5 members of the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union filed an application for a judicial review on the matter. Now, 2 weeks ago, the government, led by the Cabinet Secretary for Health, Dr. Cleopa Mailu, entered an agreement with Tanzania to employ 500 doctors in Kenyan public health facilities. The move sparked criticism by the doctors' fraternity in both countries. Opposition leaders also condemned the government's decision. And let's now have a conversation here in studio with Dr. Mercy Korir. Thank you so much for joining us, Mercy.
Thank you, Binti.
All right, so what does this order by the court mean, that now we cannot hire foreign doctors into the country?
Okay, well, this court, there were 3 orders that the court issued, and one of them was an order prohibiting the government from employing any foreign doctors until this matter is heard.
Right.
So as it is now, this matter has been, rather, it's been stayed, or it's been suspended until the 19th of April, which is 21 days' time, in which time the applicants, who are the 5 members of the Doctors' Union, are supposed to file their application now to actually make a case as to why the government should not employ any foreign doctors. And one of the arguments that the doctors had, and what they submitted, was that there are 1,400 doctors who are jobless, and the 5 of them are just an example of the many doctors who've been jobless. And so they're saying one of the orders they need the court to give is to compel the national government and the county government to employ the jobless Kenyan doctors first before they look into employing foreign doctors.
So does that mean if they're employed, then we can hire the doctors from Tanzania?
Yes, yes. Remember, the Public Service Commission HR policy states clearly that it's the government policy not to employ non-citizens when they are citizens who are qualified for the jobs that are being advertised to foreigners. So if the doctors prove that they have 1,400 of them that are jobless, then the government needs to absorb all of this first, after which now they can go ahead and employ any other foreign doctors, because we know we have a deficit in the doctor population ratio. So they are well within their mandate to seek foreign doctors to bridge the gap.
So why in the first place would the government want to employ doctors from outside and we still have jobless doctors here? Have they given any reasoning to that? Well, it doesn't make sense.
The government's reasoning for this was one of the demands of the doctors during the strike was that they have a shortage of doctors. So they need 1,200 doctors employed annually. So the government went ahead to give in to one of those demands in the CBA, or what the doctors were demanding during the strike. But now, among what the doctors have presented to court was for the court to look into the decision by the government if they are well within their mandate to seek employment of foreign doctors when now we have local doctors who've been jobless for one of the documents that we have is from April of 2016. There are doctors who have not been employed after fulfilling their mandatory 52 weeks of internship, in which time they're supposed to have been taken up by the counties of the national government. So they've been out of work for now. It's 1 year. So what gives the government this mandate to employ others when they have local doctors? So that's one of the main issues that the doctors have actually been raising.
So what are the timelines for this? Because fine, the court has granted, the orders to block the government from moving forward and hiring these doctors, but for how long?
The orders are for 21 days. So on the 19th of April, there'll be a hearing on this application now, where the applicants will make their submissions and the respondents, that is the Cabinet Secretary for Health, Dr. Mailu, the Chair of the Council of Governors, Peter Munya, and yes, those are the 2 main respondents who are supposed to now come and make submissions as to why they need to go ahead and employ these foreign doctors. I remember this is at the backdrop of the recognition agreement and the collective bargaining agreement. They haven't been signed yet. They had a 60-day window in which to sign the CBA that was discussed during the strike. And now we are less than 50 days from the expiry of that timeline, yet we've not had any any activity from the doctors or from the government towards signing the CBA within that 60 days.
So are we waiting for the last minute, chances? Is it a case of procrastination, or are there still issues that are underlying?
Going by what we have seen from government, they wait for the last minute to do anything. But then again, the developments today where we've seen the Principal Secretary for Health has been changed, we hope the new Principal Secretary will want to fast track and end anything that may actually cause an industrial dispute again between the government and the doctors.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Mercy Korir, for your time. She is a journalist here at KTN News, but also a doctor who's been following up on these issues to do with the doctors' demands right from the strike up until now. So we want to take a break here on News Center, but remember we have our Twitter poll in which we're asking you today, we're asking you if you think, let's have the Twitter poll in a few minutes. All right, we're asking you if you think that the reassignment of principal secretaries will enhance efficiency in government. That is our Twitter poll. Do you think that the reassignment of principal secretaries will enhance efficiency in the Kenyan government? That is our Twitter poll. We'd like to hear your thoughts on this one. Tweet me at Betty M. Kialo or use the hashtag WorldView, and I'll be taking a look at your responses as we continue on with the show. All right, so we take a break right now, and we'll be coming back in a few minutes before we also do quite a lot of other things, including taking a look at some of the biggest headlines around the world. Don't go away.